Hello, you've caught me doing one of my favourite things, and that's a jigsaw puzzle. We call them puzzles these days, but usually they're really called jigsaw puzzles. I imagine a little old man in a shed somewhere years ago having a play and coming up with something like this. And I'm assuming they're called a jigsaw puzzle because they're made on a jigsaw. Nowadays, I expect we've got a thumping great machine that just rolls out, I don't know, 50 or so at a time. Okay, puzzles. What can we get from a puzzle? Well, first of all, you've got to trust. Trust, you might say. I can hear you saying it. So, yes, because you've got to trust that the picture on the box is the picture that's going to evolve on your board. And why wouldn't it, I can hear you say? Well, the thing is, we buy our jigsaws a lot from the charity shop, don't we? Well, you'd be surprised what you might find in a jigsaw box. I've found lists, I've found letters, I've found photographs. Pizza bit? Okay, so first of all, you've got to trust. And then you chuck all the bits onto the board, don't you? Yeah, get it all ready. And you sort out all your edges, all your borders. See, we like borders, don't we? We like to know where we are. So you've got all your edges, and then it's just this lump in the middle, isn't it? Well, that's going to take a lot of perseverance and patience, I can tell you. Because if you've got 1,000 pieces, think of how many pieces you've got to put together. You see, these two pieces, right? Now, you think they look the same, pretty much. But if I turn them around, you'll see that they're different. And that's a bit like us. We look the same, don't we? We've got heads and arms and legs. But actually, we're all different. We're tall, we're short, we're thin, we're chubby. So there we go. Patience, perseverance. What about time? Time it takes to put all these pieces together. Time is so precious. You can't hold it. You can't hold it in your hand. But time is so precious. It's the most precious thing you can give to anybody. Whether that's your neighbour or your family. It's a wonderful thing, is time. Okay. So, I hear you say, where do we go from here? Well, I tell you where we go. We go to near the end. And I've got 5 pieces in my hand. 5 pieces. Yay! Catastrophe. 5 pieces, 6 spaces. Oh, catastrophe. What a lovely word that is. Begins with a C, ends with an E. It's the bit in the middle I'm not too sure about. So what do? Well, you look in the box. Now you know it's not in the box. You shake the box and you look as if it's going to suddenly materialise, but it doesn't. So you shake yourself down. Perhaps it's got caught up in your clothing. No. So then you go into the chair, and then in the end, you're on your hands and knees looking for it on the floor, and then you find it. It reminds me of those 2 stories Jesus told us. Do you remember? There was the woman who lost the coin, and the shepherd who was looking for his lost sheep. Well, the woman, she blitzed the place to find the coin. And when she did, well, she had to go next door to her neighbour to tell her she'd found it. And the shepherd, well, he was coming across those fields with that sheep across his shoulders. Yeah, he was having broad grin on his face, absolutely. So I hear you say, what's this got to do with the Toe Valley Centre? Yeah. Well, first of all, way back, what was it, 30 years, you've had to trust that the vision you had given to you was from God. That's a biggie. You had to trust. And all through these years, you've had to persevere and have patience. Those times when you felt, well, giving up, but you didn't. You persevered. You had patience. So, I'm reminded as this puzzle gets completed, I'm reminded of Jesus on the cross. You know, his last words were, "It is finished." That's his last words. It is finished. And his ministry on this earth was finished. Yeah. But on that third day, he rose again. It was not the finish, it was just the beginning. And like Jesus, you know, his mates, his 12 mates he had, what did they do? They went out and they spread the gospel. What have we got to do? Well, it's not finished. It is just the beginning. And like those apostles, we've got to go and we've got to tell people about the good news. We've got to bring those people into that building, because it's just a building. It's just a building. But come on, we want to say, come into here. Come and meet your very best friend, Jesus. So, it's not the end, no way, because now we've got the real work to be done. Roll up our sleeves and get on with it. So, my question is, are you ready? Yes, are you ready? Oh my word, look at the time. It's coffee time.